WJBW is made possible by sausage. Stick one in your mouth.
I hear a little bit of feedback in the mic.
These charges are not mine.
Hey, welcome to the JBW Web DBWDD.com or RevRevShow.com. Oh, yes! Fucking asinine.
Can you give me a massage? I love you.
Holla at you.
Ow!
Ooh, girl.
Seriously.
Hello, Papa.
Some shit like that. You gotta do the Rocky Mountain High.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck with. Boy. Everybody get the Rocky Mountain High.
WJBW.
Yeah.
There you go. Bam! What it do? WJBWnetworks.com. That's the primary site you can go to. This is the JB Rev Show.
That's right.
Rev sitting across the way from me, looking all sharp. How you doing, buddy?
I'm great, man. I am great.
Shirt, man, like Howard Johnson's. That's great. I love it.
This shirt's dope, bro.
It is dope. That's what I'm saying.
Shirt, bro.
It looks good. You're looking good over there. It is a show designed to venerate talented people every single week. A pretty simple concept. That's exactly what we do. We get in this room. We talk to talented people. This week, of course, no exception. We have a delightful lineup. Out of the gates, Louis Di Fabrizio will be giving us a call. He's from the group Gasoline Heart. We're going to get to chat with him. I think tomorrow night there actually is a show out there at Will's Pub. So you can go check that out. And then after that, I'm so stoked. Persistence pays off. There you go. It's DJ Magic Mike. Cut the motherfucking record. And he's going to be gracing our show 7:30, giving us a call, dubbing him a local legend like we need to do that. I think he was called Legend way before anybody made up a local legend. Yeah, he's awesome. So we're going to get to party with him. And then 8 o'clock hour, a friend of mine, his name is Earl Washington. This guy is kind of an old school record executive and has done a lot of great stuff. So to be true to our local legend concept, we're going to dub him local legend. He's been here in Orlando for over 20 years. In the background, though, and that's what I love about what we do. Is you don't got to be Mr. Cover Girl. You got to be on the lead man of NSYNC and no shit like that. We appreciate the fact that you're out there busting your ass. It doesn't go unnoticed. So again, we get you on the show. We talk about how awesome you are. Try to have a genuine conversation. That's about it. Round out a little bit of breaking news badly. A whole lot of stuff going on since we've been away for a couple of weeks, right?
We have.
Yeah.
Been off a couple of weeks now, man.
Been out for a couple of weeks.
Weeks. Summer break. We did a little summer break.
Yeah, pre-summer break. We'll probably do one at the end as well. It's just keep you all
right. Around Labor Day, right?
Keep you all
doing a Memorial Day and around Labor Day.
You got it right.
Yeah,
that's exactly the schedule. We are going to be out at Maxine's on Shine in July, probably second or third week. I know we got that locked down, so keep a lookout for us there. Our summer tour may kick off with such places in a light rig, if I can make it. The little iPad, we'll see how that works. I'm still testing it, buddy. So, but anyway, it's great to see you. How you been, man?
I'm
stoked you're here.
I'm just now, see all these texts right now?
Yeah.
I'm just now reconnecting with the one and only, I haven't talked to this guy in 20 years, dude.
Really?
And he's the guy that brought the whole electronic scene to Orlando.
Oh, can I guess? Oh, no, wait.
Go ahead. Yeah.
No, it's not, what do I want to say? Clown Pocket? No. Kane. Wait, what's his name? From here? God.
No, he's not from here.
I feel so stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, but he went to Tampa. Oh, no. Who is it? No, I think you've mentioned him before.
I have definitely mentioned him before.
Okay.
The one and only Joed. Yes. Joed.
Okay.
So.
Wait, what's the other guy that's in Tampa, though?
Steve Montour? Monk?
No, he had a specific name. I don't know why it's not coming to me now. Anyway, I'm sorry.
I know?
I derailed you.
Yeah, you totally did.
It'll just come out, and I'll think of it.
Dude, no one surpasses Joed. He was telling me he's in Vegas now. He's doing metal art sculptures around the world. Tons of commission work in museums, galleries, TV shows.
Great.
Lots of articles on me and my art.
Wow. So we can get a wrangle a call with him.
Oh, yeah. And he gave me his number. He just gave me his number,
well,
too.
you know,
So
I reached out. Do you like documentaries?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I've been watching a lot of documentaries, and there was one called Bobito and Stretch. You ever the two New York DJs like in the 90s?
Yeah.
Anyway, but I reached out to them too. And so that's kind of the cool thing about what we do is, it makes you just like reach out with authentic requests to talk about how awesome you are. Everybody's kind of got an angle in the world. So it's good to be, I don't know, sometimes.
Yeah, you know what? It's true.
Yeah,
That's what's wrong with the world.
Yeah, I think
everybody has an angle.
Everybody wants to get you back to their house and sell you damn Amway or something, right? Tupperware.
Totally. Just make a buck.
Buy this Herbalife. I want you to be my friend.
Yes.
Then that made me think.
You want some jazzercise?
No, I want some pyramid scheme.
Oh,
you kind of think of America, and America's almost getting to the stage where it's almost like a pyramid scheme. Like the people on top are never going to go away unless they die, like something happens, and they just got all that money. So
I was watching a Judge Judy, and she said, I said, America's going to hell.
She said that, Judge Judy.
Yeah, she did, and it was because she was talking about a lady that got bit by a cat on her ankle and was charged $9,000 at the hospital for rabies shots and a couple booster shots, $9,000, and her insurance company paid $6,000. She had to pay $3,000 out of pocket expense because her deductible was $3,000. And Judge Judy is like, "That's what's wrong with this country."
Well, yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about like a handout or whatever, but I think there needs to be a way to level set the economy. So, anyway, but we're both of us are not. And then I saw today Jim Phillips. Did you hear that?
You did?
He's retiring first of the year.
What?
This is the last 6 months of Mr. Jim Phillips in
No.
our local airways. Yeah, it was over 30 years. Something.
When
like
did he announce that?
I saw it on Facebook. I don't know.
What do
Anyway,
you
I
mean
got
you
that
saw-
as a news story. We could do it later. Somebody, Mandaddy posted it or something.
Wow.
And then was it Scott Maxwell posted it?
Yeah, I saw. his
Anyway,
thing.
but that brings me to a lovely point before we dump into some music and make this call. That there was an article put out by the Sentinel. It was an op-ed piece, right? And it was basically kind of slamming the whole Disney area, saying, "Oh, everything's gone down because of the increase in acceptance of homosexuality."
Did you
in
read that
Orlando.
article?
And no, I read
The Scott Maxwell
Scott
thing.
Maxwell.
I read that too.
And that was really good because the other guy's article I didn't even want to read. It was kind of hate, but I got the cliff notes of it from the
Scott.
comment sections.
Right.
Yeah, from other people. And basically that's, so I guess what I'm saying is in the world we live in now with Trump as the president and even beyond that, are we kind of getting back into this high school mamby-pamby? Oh, I'm going to, it seems like the papers are trying to titillate each other. Then the Orlando Weekly Post, look at this crap. How could they post this? So it's
that's
like
always been there,
stoking up the,
Yeah.
it's just harmless.
Just like Scott Maxwell
locker
said,
room, locker
stand in
room.
line if you want to boycott
Locker room tag.
the anti-Muslim. All right, listen.
Huh?
You were kept. I said, if you read the article, Scott Maxwell said, stand in line if you want to start boycotting because of this. Because before it's
it's never gonna end.
everybody, and he was very that was very well written. His response to that about how he wouldn't want to be part of a newspaper that was just so one-sided. He said that he didn't believe in anything that it represented or that it should have even been published. So,
well, too, I think sometimes you got to look at those things like like it's a litmus test or something like that, right? Almost like, are they gauging? Are you even reading? Are you even paying attention? Like nobody would care if they weren't even paying attention to the paper, right? So,
true that.
Anyway, well, there you go. And that goes without saying. So we need your support and help here as well. Listen, share. That's exactly what we do. Everyone's like, oh, now that we're back. It feels like my microphone's off. Is it my headphones? No. Oh, somebody's telling me it's something I took. Okay, never mind. Anyway, all right. Oh, dig the sounds here. We're going to bust into a call with Luis Di Fabrizio. And for right now, this is Papillon. Check it.
All girls dance the same, their arms in the hair all twisting up
WJBW.
The electronics are so predominant that people would really prefer that.
I've got yours, but I want mine. Just hold me up, yeah, one last time. Cut in half, split into what's good for me ain't no good for you. And I can't sing, but I know how to dance. Just close your eyes, picture the south of France. Some other country, some other girl, some other guy, and some other world. Sober or stoned, it all feels the same. You can keep the house, just let me keep my name. Love, let me go. Yeah, love, let me go. Black and white, yellow and red, what's in my mind ain't in my head. Another man's wife, met another wife's man. They were too busy planning on being more than friends. They jumped in with both feet and headed south. No fear of heaven or godless word of mouth. It all seems so simple, it all seems so sad. It's always a past that makes you wish that you had love. Let me go. Yeah, love. Let me go. Let me go. Where she's headed, everyone knows. Beats and sings some fever. There's a place in her mind where she goes. The truth is a fever. Burning out of her, which of the state.
WJBW Orlando, the very first quasi-radio web show.
There you go, WJBWnetworks.com. Oh my God, somebody's totally ordering something in the background. Welcome back. We totally venerate talented people every single week, and this week, of course, no exception. I have happy to have someone who has Orlando ties there on the line with us. It's Mr. Louis DeFabrizio. Welcome, good sir.
What's up, man?
LouMovesYou.com. He does so many things. He's active. There was a relatively prolific here in the Orlando area, spearheading with Gasoline Heart. Again, a lot of beautiful sounds burgeoning out of Orlando at different times. But thanks, buddy, for being on the call. How the hell you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm having a Tecate with my good friend Mike Dunn.
Yeah.
Mr. Dunn.
Yeah.
Word.
There's a meeting of the minds. you've got a gig out. Now, are you in New York? I think you live in New York. You coming back to Orlando?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I live in
okay.
Yep, I live in New York, but Orlando is definitely where the band is from, and what few people know about us is because of Orlando.
So, and maybe that's a good segue. You know, we always turn that shit down.
Gosh.
We always love to find out about people's origins. So give us a sense of when did you first get involved in music, and then quickly move us over to the origin of Gasoline Heart here in Orlando.
Oh, I got involved with music when I was in 7th grade, and I was watching MTV and saw Guns N' Roses live at the Ritz.
Right on.
Stole a pack of my dad's cigarettes, grabbed his bass, and learned how to play Sweet Child O' Mine.
On
I got
bass?
involved.
You just did it. You were like, I'm just going to do it. You were like, this is rock and roll. This is what a... So
yeah, I grew up in New York, and then we went on vacation to Florida when I was 16, and we never came back.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So you grew up, you went to high school around here.
I was at a Christian bookstore and ran into this guy with an eyebrow ring who looked alternative. Ended up in a band called Dear Ephesus, and we toured around from 18 to 21.
That's crazy. Wow.
And then that band broke up and was in a band called Tenderfoot.
All right.
And actually, Dear Ephesus didn't break up. They kicked me out, and then I was in this band called Tenderfoot, and then I got kicked out.
Right.
And then at 24, I was like, I guess I'm retiring from music at 24. And then I started a band called The Kick, and then I was like, if I'm the singer of the band, I can't get kicked out. But what I didn't realize is people can quit. So apparently everyone, no one really likes to be around me.
Oh, no.
Which is probably why I fit really well in New York. Good for shit.
You're a little more, cut that way. And tonight, after your call, we've got DJ Magic Mike and talking about that New York sound. Like, I grew up in New York for a part of my life, but what I love to hear is the stark contrast, right? Like Orlando to New York City or Brooklyn, wherever you know.
Yeah, I mean, musically, anything I did of any worth was always in Florida, Orlando. I was in love with Orlando for a good amount of time.
So the band ran down here for a little while, and I see you've got gigs up there. So you're still kind of you're playing. You're still doing this. How many years have you dedicated so far?
Yeah, I was. The last record we made in the West Village in New York, and the band was doing well. And then I kind of stumbled upon this moving company, and I decided to just kind of go for being a business owner over being a musician. Mm-hmm. But I'm slowly creeping back in, whatever it may be, even if it's just to have a little bit of fun and a couple of free beers.
Right. So
this is tomorrow.
So in saying that,
the show at Will's is the first Gasoline Heart show in I think over a year.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. When was the last time you guys? Besides, how long has Gasoline Heart been together?
How long has Gasoline Heart been together? Since 2009, I think.
Okay, so a good 8 years, almost.
Or no, 2005.
Wow, so over 10 years.
There you go.
Wow. Yeah. All right, cool, man. That's very cool.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
So let's talk a little bit about Will's Pub gig tomorrow night. That's we're speaking with Louis DiFabrizio of Gasoline Heart, and again, you sing your bass, you do guitar as well. I think I saw. I don't know. I mean, you're kind of all over the place. So,
he has an uncle, Uncle Fablosio.
Okay, now he's just making stuff up over there. Okay.
Party at AK's house.
Okay.
Party at AK's house.
All right. Party at AK's house later. Speaking with Louis DiFabrizio, and he's of Gasoline Heart again, buddy. Thanks for calling in and doing this. Tomorrow night, Will's Pub. You guys are out there. Are there other opener bands or?
There's a band called. There's a guy named Joseph Bradshaw playing solo, and then there's a band called I don't know something. I don't know the name of the band.
Is it Plain versus Cult? No.
Forget myself. That's
okay.
it.
Oh, well, see, that's easy. A natural inclination to forget that.
Forget.
Yeah, totally. Forget myself. I can't remember the name. But and then the full band, Gasoline Heart, is all. Who else is in the band with you?
Yeah, it's kind of it's the original lineup.
Who is it?
The drummer.
Okay.
So that'll be kind of cool, I guess.
So yeah, give us a rundown.
Sounds cool.
Last night it sounded like shit.
So give us a rundown. Who else is in the band?
What's the rundown? Shitty songs, shitty members, shitty albums.
Who's your people though? Who are the people
Who
in
are
the
my
band?
people?
Yeah, you wanted me to let them go?
John Fortson on bass, Joseph Bradshaw on guitar, and Ed Lamosa on drums.
There you go.
Right
Ed
on.
Lamosa.
Yep.
Okay.
All people I've known forever. So, yeah, it's going to be great. It sounded like shit for like the first 2 hours, and then magically the Holy Spirit showed up and gave us power.
Yeah, we
Sweet.
see. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, it was great.
Well, I want to wish you nothing but the best, man. And when it comes to the music side, keep plugging away. You guys have a raw, organic sound. It's definitely that bar kind of a band feel all the way, but there's a lot of soul, underneath that. So
Well, tomorrow I'm going to see if there's any soul left. I have a feeling a lot of it has.
Don't spend
evaporated.
it all on reunion. The reunion. Now. Don't spend it.
No, the show's going to be great, man. I appreciate you letting me call in and play
buddy.
one of my songs. That's going to be off of the new album, the song that you just played.
Right on. Wait, do you have when's the album coming out?
I have no idea. We're supposed to make it pretty much always like 3 months from now, but it's been 3 months from now for the last 2 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right on.
But,
well, I just keep pushing.
My buddy Mike Dunn has a new album out.
Okay,
and,
let's talk about that.
That's right.
Yeah,
he's right there with you.
He took a little hiatus for a couple of years, but now is back on the horse, and it's kind of inspiring me to get back on the horse.
See, so good. That's good. Yeah. And I guess that's the encouraging thing, right? Is, when it's appreciated, and keep funneling us music. We play original music.
Yeah.
We've got stuff from Bash and Pop.
Tomorrow?
It's phenomenal. Reverend, can you make it?
What's tomorrow night? Wednesday night. Yeah, I might
You might be able to swing it in there. All right, so the Reverend, save one for the Rev.
Yeah, put me plus one on the list. I'll be up there.
All right,
you got it. Just send me an email because I have no idea what you're saying because I have an iPhone 3S.
Right on.
iPhone 3S. Oh, no.
I pretty much can't hear anything you're saying.
Well, it's amazing we got this call off then. Okay, it's amazing.
Right on, man.
All right, well, you rock again. It's Louis D. Fabrizio. Thanks, brother.
All right, man.
Of Gasoline Heart. There you go. Thanks so much for being able to do that. There you go. That's something. That's something. We got a little.
Be good.
Oh, he's still there. Hey, be good.
All right.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey, don't
Yeah.
try to trick us. We can still hear that person in the background. Listen, that person in the background.
Yes, I was at the laundromat.
Oh, wow. Well, we just lost it.
sounds
There you
zany.
go. There you go.
I like it.
It's zany.
All right,
you
guys.
see?
Thank you.
All right,
All right.
buddy. We
Thanks,
love you.
man.
Thanks, man. Keep rocking. All right.
All right.
There you go.
WJBW.
The electronics is so predominant that people would really prefer that.
All right, we're going to queue up the call with DJ Magic Mike. There's Hip Fractal to distract you. WJBWNetworks.com. We'll be right back. JB Rep Show.
the first quasi-radio web show.
Wow. Yeah.
Party at AK's house.
Anyway, welcome back, WJBWNetworks.com. That's the primary site. This is the JB Rev Show, the talented brethren of mine over there.
Hey, man.
The Reverend.
That's me.
Makes his way over here. We get together in this little home studio, and we broadcast
That's right.
live to the internet world. And again, I could say it's important to support your friends and everything, but what kind of we live in this live world, right? So people had to convert from live to, I want to be on your podcast, right?
Yeah.
They had to kind of convert to,
Right.
and I believe that conversion made it more sloppy. You see what I'm saying? Like you could make mistakes and it could be taken out. Or,
Right.
but
We don't do that.
Edit yourself.
All mistakes are on the plate.
All of that, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a great point.
It adds to the personality.
All of our mistakes are out there in the open for everyone.
We got
to
nothing
see.
to hide.
So there you go. So we had a call scheduled 7:30. DJ Magic Mike, and I can't even tell you, dude. As a 18, 19, driving in a car, and turning on 102 Jams or whatever at the
Right.
time, and Magic Mike would come on, cut the record, and dude, there was such a huge, part of me from New York that really was like, I found something incredible on Florida radio, and I was blown away. But it ended up to go, that this guy is blown away the entire world.
Blew it away.
That whole breakbeat, sound coming from, part of Orlando, and then the DJ culture having a really super rich, life in Miami, especially being rivaling New York City.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or at least giving the same kind of environment. I don't know. I think that gives credo then to, Tampa and Orlando and other, metropolitan cities that are growing. However, you can disagree with me. This is our hashtag for the record. I'm trying to get something out of you.
Are you?
You're looking so...
hey, man, I look studious.
You look so studious, I guess.
Yeah,
that's
it's
a good
my
way
glasses.
to put it. Yeah.
You
look
past
very
couple weeks.
authoritarian.
Hey, well,
So what'd you do on the time off?
Oh, man, what didn't I do?
Went to
Shit.
Templeton at the fair, I guess.
Yeah.
You were like, I'm going to eat
Did
this.
that.
Yeah, apparently stole the upholstery of Howard Johnson's
For my
couch for your shirt there.
Maybe I should take a picture to show people what you're talking about.
That's
'cause
great.
This is
No,
a dope
let's
ass
keep-
shirt, dude.
It's not.
There's no doubt.
It's not sitting. I do like it.
I know
by
you
the way.
do because you
That's
keep
why
looking
I'm
at
making
it.
fun of it.
Why aren't you wearing a shirt?
I am.
Oh,
These are my.
put it back on.
This bra is a shirt. Okay.
It's not very.
Thanks
simple.
for making fun of me. All right. So anyway, what I was going to do.
You're welcome.
Let me see. Can this be ready? Oh, I got to keep going back checking the messages. Hold on.
Where's
Let's
this
go
Magic
over here.
Mike?
Hold on. I'm trying to make sure he might still be occupied.
I heard he was changing his name because
he's changing his name.
like Little Wayne is like
Okay.
just Wayne
Yeah.
now, and like little Bow Wow,
Little Buddha
is Bark.
What?
He went from Little Bow Wow to Bark.
Oh, just Bark. He had to shorten it up.
And Magic Mike's going to Magician Michael.
Oh, okay. MM1.
Magician Michael.
DJ MM1. Because he was the first, He was Magic Mike, man. He was really kind of I guess the first in the South. Right?
Yeah.
Or it's hard to say. But didn't he come up around 2 Live Crew and all that stuff?
I don't know, man. When he calls, we have to ask him that.
All right.
Are you just like
I don't
making
know.
assumptions?
I'll just,
Because you know what that does.
Time magazines.
Assuming.
What?
Yeah, it's true. It's what I heard it all growing up. Makes an ass.
Let's talk about this.
Out of me and you, especially you. You first, and then to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's true. So then what happened? You were out for 2 weeks.
You're out for 2 weeks, man.
I had a killer party.
You didn't
little
invite
get-together.
me? Wait,
No, I
hold
didn't.
on. I have a contention. Why wouldn't you invite me?
Because it was Father's Day, man. It was kind of an intimate gathering. It wasn't really a party.
Oh, so it was just your dad?
Yeah, it's me and my dad hanging out at the pool. It was great.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Does he also have glasses? Does he look?
Yeah,
more,
sure. He wears glasses.
Who looks more like they would pay the check at Perkins?
Oh, my dad.
Okay, him?
Yeah.
All right.
My dad would pay it at Perkins. I would pay it at, say, Brio or Houston's. Houston.
Or K.
K for sure.
Yeah, K.
No, I'd let my dad pick that type.
Let Kevin pay that.
Yeah, Kevin.
Yeah, somebody.
Kevin picked that.
Anyway, we're talking about doing stuff out and about and around, and
Yeah.
we're locking it in with Kush. What I'm thinking with Kush is we're going to try to see if we can make this happen. So we're going to talk about it. Jason Davis, live body paint a subject there.
All right.
There you go. At Kush.
At Kush.
At Kush. We potentially have Thomas Thorsprecken.
Okay.
For Maxine's. So, the analog artist in a digital world.
Yeah.
The pencil artist here in Orlando. So well renowned. So well known. So hopefully that's what we're doing. So those are our plans. We're talking about it right now. There you go. All right. So I want to not lose the vibe of this Magic Mike session. So let me bust into one of the tracks that maybe will give you a little feel good.
Yeah.
Take this DJ Magic Mike. Who am I?
WJBW.
The electronics is so predominant that people would really prefer that.
Welcome back. WJBW Networks.com presents the JB Rev Show. And you just heard some incredible sounds there. And again, this is what Florida radio was like when I was growing up as a kid. Let's say, you know, you make that trek from Daytona to Orlando. You're on a long stretch of road and you really relied on your local purveyors of badass shit. And to grow up in the earshot of DJ Magic Mike, man, for me it was such a privilege because, like I was saying, there's a big tie to the New York, you know, sitting in a diner eating a hard roll, drinking coffee. And so, you know, for me it harkens back to some of that. But you as a local guy, what are your thoughts over there? Jim
you know,
Phillips Jr. You look like Jim Phillips right now.
Do I?
Anyway.
Is that a compliment?
I don't
or are
know.
You trying to
you sound
me?
nothing like him, however.
Well, no.
So take that.
Damn right.
Take that for what it's worth.
All right. Anyway. I'll take it.
Okay.
And I think it's worth nothing.
How was...
So I'm going to give it back.
Was the music important in your early formation of life?
No, you know, music to me means nothing.
Yep.
It, you know, anybody that likes it
Makes
around
sense.
me,
anybody that knows you,
I won't hang out with them.
Yeah, you just go over there.
I'm all about sports.
You break the.
And I really want to turn this into a sports podcast. I want to talk more about the NFL, bro. I mean, my favorite team is the Cows. I love the
there we go.
Sacramento Cows.
Yeah, this is your stand-up routine.
Yeah, I don't have a stand. What now? I'm a comedian. What am I? A clown to you?
You look like a comedian janitor or something. I don't know.
A comedian janitor. So what? I'm cleaning up your shit while making you laugh. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know why I said that.
You know what?
You make
JB,
more of the mess than anyway. Anyway,
listen,
so
I got 3 ginger cats to deal with. I don't have to deal with you two.
We're expecting a call from Magic Mike here, so we kind of just been stalling a little bit. But where I was going was you growing up in Florida.
Ginger kitties.
Well, you growing up in Florida.
I grew up in Orlando.
Okay, you grew
that is
up
a part
in
of
Orlando.
Florida. I will give you that.
Okay.
Where are you going with this? Where are we going? Where are you going?
I want to ask you about, was the music on the radio influential? Did you have
I will say this. I remember listening to BJ 105 as a kid.
BJ
and
105.
Yep, I remember having my boombox and actually calling in, making requests. So I I'll never forget. I actually was able to and I would record my request, and then and I would call in, and I remember one time I won a BJ 105 T-shirt from the Malibu Grand Prix off of 436. But I remember one time I'm like, oh man, will you play Salsa Tainted Love? And then he was like, hey, this one's going out for Jerry. Salsa Tainted Love. He's I got it. I got it on tape. And then I used to go to church retreats a lot. And like dude, I was like a rock star at these church retreats. I swear to God. Right. I performed in like air bands and stuff. Like
air bands?
Yeah, dude. We'd get up and play air guitar and but we formed a band and we played first song we played was The Police Don't Stand So Close to Me.
You got that.
And we called ourselves The Criminals.
What were you playing? Of course you did.
Yeah.
What were you playing?
I was the lead singer, of course. I was the front man.
You didn't. You were playing the vocals.
I was playing, so I was lip syncing.
Oh, so you had the least.
And actually, I played. I was lip syncing, and I played lead guitar too.
Oh well, that's you might as well. Yeah, throw in.
But we used real instruments.
Shampooing a hippo as well.
But we were syncing it all.
Okay. Well, you're making this symbol. I don't know what that means.
I don't know
what on-air thing does that mean.
Making over there. Oh. So, and I've got some video of it somewhere of doing a church talent show as the Criminals, and we did
the Criminals.
We did and we did Van Halen's Ice Cream Man.
Okay, wow,
that's pretty funny.
I'm your ice cream man at the church.
At the church, and afterwards, the pastor came on, Pastor Dick. His name is Pastor Dick.
Of course, it was. Wow.
And he was like, "That's an old Lutheran hymnal classic."
Oh yeah.
So he was really funny, dude.
Yeah. Was that Hot for Teacher? Wait,
no, it was Ice Cream Man.
Oh, Ice Cream Man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I've got
nothing wrong with Ice Cream Man. It was I'm here to satisfy.
Yeah, that's right. I guess that's wholesome enough, right?
It was wholesome. It was about,
I want to hold your hand.
There's nothing. It was all, lots of sexual innuendos, but, if you look down on the piece of paper that the word's written on, it's very
wholesome.
Elementary.
Okay, elementary.
PG.
So we've been trying to stall out for this call here from Magic Mike, which at the 8 o'clock hour, we got a call with Earl Washington. So,
oh, yeah?
Is
Earl in Washington?
No, actually, Earl Washington is here in Orlando. And what's coincidental, man, I spoke with him today, and he said what's ironic is he and Magic Mike were often on the same plane out of town.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
So I said, well, you're going to be on the same show with him.
What a coinky-dink.
So Earl Washington is a super interesting guy. He has a lot of rich history, we'll say, in the whole recording industry, especially here in Orlando. So he's met a lot of great people that I guess we'll talk about a little bit later as well. So thanks for hanging in there with us as we are, again, live. So we do everything on the fly.
Yeah,
and
first time in weeks.
Not really on the fly. It's supposed to be scheduled.
Well, yeah.
But people change their plans, and there you go. So we're into Bufferland right now. Thanks for joining us. You can chat live on Spreaker. I don't know why I can't see the chat. Hey, man.
Yeah, I got some.
Why can't I see? I see somebody there. Hello?
Yeah, I heard.
But why can't I see it? It's not even letting me see it. Anyway, all right. Well, I'll go monitor that somewhere else, I guess. Hashtag for the record. We are live. In case you didn't know, that's hashtag for the record. We do this live. So we're stalling to set up a great interview with either DJ Magic Mike or Earl Washington. Earl Washington.
Orlando.
He is supposed to be at 8 o'clock here. What time is it? Okay, there you go. All right, let me stop messing.
It's 7:53.
I don't even know what I'm going to go to.
What are you going to, man? So, what else did you get going on in the 2 weeks that you had off?
I kind of chilled the fuck out. You know, I kind of took it easy. Oh, snap.
Let's see who that is.
Okay.
All right, we got to click it.
All right. Hey, thanks for giving us some time. We hope this is our call with DJ Magic Mike. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
yes,
the
sir,
legend.
All right.
Local legend, DJ Magic Mike. Rock star, man. It means so much to me that you're doing this. Hang tight. A proper introduction. He is a technician. He is an incredible Machiavellian mind behind those two turntables of steel. It was so elated to have him on the line with us here. DJ Magic Mike, man, thanks for doing this, calling in. We have a title here called Local Legend, and I know that they were calling you Legend, I think, even before we came up with that. So, so you rock. So thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, No problem, man. I'm glad y'all wanted me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, it's phenomenal. You know, what we do is we talk with talented people every week, and they range up and down the scale. And you know, every once in a while, somebody's really got some great talent, and we're humble enough to receive you here, man. So you rock. And again, nothing but a big fan, man. I was talking earlier about how I kind of came from New York and then came down here, and then your music was like this beacon. I was like, oh my God. So when did you? We always love origins, man. When did you get? When did you first start? Getting into? Give us a little linear track there, what you can. That'd be great.
Let's see. When I start. Oh wow, we're going back. This is back to 79 is when I first started getting the interest to want to do it, and I didn't really start getting seriously into it until probably 82, 83.
Okay.
And then naturally right after that, kind of took over Orlando and did what I did here, and then finally wound up hooking up with Clay D. That had to be 87.
Okay.
And once I hooked up with him, and we did, all the projects we did, Creep Dog and Booty Booty, and and all of that.
Damn.
Wow.
And then once that was over, came back to Orlando, and then Magic Mike Hus, the record came out, and the rest was history after that.
Wow.
Wow.
And see, I don't know if it was on 102 Jam, and it must have been like 87. I know it was before the 90s that I would hear, you had this incredible set, and I thought it emanated from Miami, but, give us a history around the radio piece, because again, that, we're ex-radio junkie guys, that we do this live broadcast every week. But give us a sense of that and maybe what the landscape was like.
Well, see, I started in radio. I was on radio back in 84, 85.
Okay.
I was on, actually, this was before 102 Jams came into Orlando. We had 2 a.m. stations. One was WOKB and one was WRL. And what wound up happening is I wound up getting a mixture on both stations at the same time. So on Friday nights, I would be on RL, and the Saturday I would be on OKB.
Yeah.
But then on Saturday nights, we broadcasted from the skating rink, which was Skate World.
Wow.
So that was Saturday nights. That was all live.
Yeah.
Straight from, broadcasted from there. So that's where my radio bug came from. Wow. But then when 102 Jams came, by the time they got into the City Good, I was pretty much getting into my career. My career was already, starting. So I couldn't be,
you were
like
the
mixer.
DJ.
I couldn't be a mixer constantly on the air. So what they wound up doing is probably once a month, once every 2 months, I would, give them a mix to play, or, I record a mix, and, whether it was a thunderstorm mix or whether it was a lunch mix or whatever, I would just give them a mix. And so every few months I would have something on the radio playing.
Yeah, and that's incredible because I love how they really complemented each other. I mean, and that's when people's contemplation of what a DJ is was totally changing, or it had been totally, or they were going to nurture, or they were going to still think you're a hip socket rockin' DJ on bebopping radio,
Right.
So and we talk about kind of how the temperature of the time, then was not what it is now. So, in saying that, with technology, all these things, I mean, you've got skills that are just hard coded into who you are with your ability.
I can't change them either. That's the hard part.
See, okay, yeah. So I guess where I'm going with that is, leveraging technology where you can. What are your thoughts on doing that versus grinding it each time?
I like grinding. It's just, you get a different outcome every time. Every time is not always good, but for the most part, you always still rise above. And I enjoy being on my tables. It's just technology can take you wherever, wherever your mind can lead you is where technology can take you. But if your mind is not to the point where it needs to be, the technology is going to do nothing for you.
Absolutely.
Then you wind up being a push button DJ, and I can't do that. I just refuse to do it. So
right. So that being said, I mean, you've been in the game now for almost 3 generations. And how do you feel, the scene has evolved and where it is today? And what are your thoughts about, how much it's changed and where it's at?
Ooh, that's a good question, man. I don't know. Yes, it's evolved. has it evolved for the better? Sometimes I say no. I don't like what technology has done.
Right.
It made it easier for the people that know what's behind the decks, but it also enabled a lot of people that have no clue what they're doing behind the decks to come out and think that they're a DJ.
Hey, we're kind of Mike, we're kind of losing. You're kind of going in and out right now, so we're not getting the full.
Yeah, can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. There you
that's
go.
great. Oh my gosh,
much better.
Okay. Yeah, but it just it enables people that know what they're doing behind the decks, to be able to stand there and flourish and, take over and do what they need to do, to make the show great. But it also, on the negative side, it enables a lot of people that aren't DJs that, want to get up and just start pushing buttons and say, okay, I'm a DJ now. And that's not the case, but you can't tell them because they can sit there and push a button and start a song. And I think that's the negative side of it that I don't like.
Yeah, it totally takes the creativity out of it. I mean, I understand it for, greater efficiency in apparent technique, right? It's apparent technique. I mean, it's manufactured. And like you're saying, and again, homage to what we're doing here, everything's live. You got to really nail it right out of the gate. So there's a certain juice or adrenaline that kind of goes with that. So, yeah, I totally understand that to a degree that, it makes me wonder, like there's a guy here in Orlando, Dizzlefunk, man, and he's had 4 turntables going and stuff like that. Where are your thoughts with what you're doing? Because, at the beginning, before you were able to call in, we played Who Am I and Yo, a couple tracks I was able to get off the internet. But, because that is original music. So in saying that, what innovation, if you can share anything with us, what innovations are you kind of, looking forward to, when it does regard technology? Are you leveraging in certain ways to help you?
Not really. Okay. The only part, if I'm out playing and I'm doing a show someplace, I use my computer as a storage for my music. And that's pretty much all you're going to get from me as far as technology is concerned. I don't have to carry, 1,000 records with me.
Right. No more crates. Now. Yeah.
That part of technology I love. But once I start spinning, then it's just like I treat the turntables just like there's 2 songs on there and I'm having fun with it. And that's what I do. And so I don't let technology come into play of, what I like to do behind the tables and the skill, because what you do behind the tables, technology can't help you with that.
Right.
There's nothing that, being technical about it, there's nothing you can do about it. It's like you're not going to learn anything that I could do on the tables by trying to learn technology, because that's not going to get you there. And that's why I appreciate real DJs, people that, hone the craft and then they stay on it. It's like, they still constantly learn. They still want to enjoy the art of spinning and DJing, and that's what gets me by on, and that's what I love doing.
Wow. See, and that's incredible because, like the Reverend said over there, you're coming up on 3 solid decades, and the little local legend thing is 20 years. So it's saying all of this.
Actually, in 2 years, it's coming up on 4 decades.
Are you serious?
79.
30?
Yeah, it's 4.
Oh my God.
It's 4 decades.
There, he's got the math.
That's awesome. Well, I've been a long-time fan, too. JB.
Math points to you.
So I remember, JB, you're JB. Mike, I've known you actually since the early 90s.
Oh, the Reverend. Okay. It's social time.
Well, I remember when he worked at Peaches back in the day on OBT right by the Florida Mall.
There you go.
By Florida Mall.
Yep. I remember back in the day. I don't know if you don't have to check me out, but I'm the Reverend. But we've been friends forever. Back in the day, too.
Jerry Johnson, the Reverend. There you go. Yeah. So reuniting, and ironically, Mike, I spoke with a friend of mine. His name's Earl Washington, and he used to be in the record industry and stuff like that. And he said, "Yeah, see, there you go. You know who I'm talking about."
He said he's been on planes.
He's going to be on next.
I know Earl well.
Yeah, he's going to be on next after you, because we're going to talk with him, because that's exactly what we do. But it's ironic because he told me, he's like, well, I've shared a plane with him going out of Orlando multiple times, so that's cool that you know him. But again, we love the vibe that you bring, man. You're recently, what was it, at the Hard Rock? I think you might be back there.
House of Blues.
Oh, House of Blues. I'm sorry. And now, is that? Do you have residency anywhere? Where do you reside? In Miami?
No, I'm in Orlando.
Yeah, man, he's
He's
dude.
right. He's sitting outside, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Well, see, that's what I love because Orlando's got a lot of this incredible talent, and you're just driving around like the rest of us. This was awesome.
Yep.
That was awesome.
Exactly.
This was awesome. Well, future plans. So we'll kind of, I want to respect your time. I'm really grateful that you were able to make this call, man. And future plans and any stories, maybe, as you want to, share with us. Again, we broadcast live every week out of here. So no take backs, but give you time to prep. Give them the music. Okay. So give them time to think of those two questions.
Right.
What was it again? The music came on. I totally forgot. Oh, my God. So we were saying, any stories and then kind of future plans. That'd be badass.
Don't really have any stories.
No stories from traveling?
Nah, I don't really have any.
Nothing you can tell?
Yeah.
Nothing. Yeah,
So
nothing really.
Right now, don't you currently have a residency on Sunday nights at House of Blues?
No, that ended about 2 years ago.
Okay, but didn't you just recently?
So I did the one off for Memorial Day, but I'm downtown every Saturday. And on Saturday nights, I'm downtown at Vice.
Oh.
And on Monday nights, I'm at Blue Martini.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. The Blue Martini here in Orlando, and every Saturday night at Vice.
You can go check the legend out. Again, Magic Mike. DJ Magic Mike, you're freaking incredible, man. And that's, again, I would tell the story. I was driving in a car and heard, your saving graces on the radio. Are there any plans you ever had to think that, radio could be susceptible to your magic again?
Not right now. Not right now. It's not in the immediate future. I mean, I never know what, plans could hold, for later, but as of right now, no, not really. I got a lot of the stuff that I'm working on, and doing. So,
right.
Okay. It'll happen. I mean, I have a radio show on Red Bull Radio once a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
That comes on the third Friday of every month. So, I'm still dabbling in radio for that part, but as far as like local radio, no. But man, people listen to me on my Red Bull show. Because I've had that. I've had my Red Bull radio show for a little over a year now.
Nice.
Now, I'm on your website, djmagicmike.com, and now there's a song here, Come Party with DJ. Is that just like a little trailer? Hold on.
That's just a trailer.
Okay. Well, I want more of your stuff, man, because
Absolutely.
Any way I can get it, because you're just incredible. We played a couple tracks before.
Yeah, we did.
We shimmy shammy kind of floundered around there for a little while, and then you called in. So we're again, incredibly grateful, man, for you giving us the time. So thank you so much, and thank you for what you've been doing. You really have been blazing a trail, leading the way from behind the turntables, man, for decades now, and that's a powerful thing, in the world we live in. So,
Hell yeah.
So you rock. So rock steady. Keep doing it. Keep moving forward, man. People can go see you live here in Orlando
every Saturday night at Vice.
Go check him out. No, he's not. No, the intern thinks no. That's not the stripper. No, not that Magic Mike. You little weirdo
God,
guy.
No.
Oh my God! Hello.
No, Shocky. That's not that Magic Mike. It's DJ Magic Mike.
No.
And you rock, brother. Thank you so much again for hanging on the line with us and doing that. I'm gonna have to close that. Hold on. I'm going to have to do something. Where am I at?
It's been awesome having you on, Magic Mike.
Here I go.
Dude.
All right, I got a little thing queued up after this, but go check this guy out anytime you're here in Orlando or abroad or online. DJMagicMike.com. Local Legends session complete. Thank you, good man.
Thank you, Mike.
No problem.
Incredible. The guy's phenomenal. All right, we're going to do a little bit of a breakaway. That's right. Cue up a call with Mr. Earl Washington. Hang tight.
Yeah, hey.
WJBWnetwork.com. Man, we keep hopping. Double header local legend. Just spoke with DJ Magic Mike. On the line with us now is a gentleman who, again, was very effective behind the scenes, got a lot of great connections. DJ Magic Mike says hello, by the way. Welcome to our next guest, and we are dubbing him local legend. He's been quietly here in Orlando for the last 20 years. It is Mr. Earl Washington. Thank you for gracing our show, good man.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good, JB and Red. I appreciate y'all having me on here, man.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's important. It's important to us, you know, to make sure we open up conversation.
Right.
You know, being able to talk with each other, and I love that about you, man. We know each other outside of the show, and I'm grateful for that. But you've got an incredible backstory that I think you know, probably would murky the water if I were to say anything. So I kind of wanted to, you know, gently dovetail and kind of let you take the reins on that. Give us a little sense of, now you're in the record industry, what was it, in the 70s, 80s, 90s, I believe, but correct me if I'm wrong. Give us a little sense of your role and kind of how you got here to Orlando.
Okay. Yeah, man. I started out back in the 80s.
Yeah.
I started out actually as a college rep. For MCA Records back in 1981 in Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
Okay.
Where we all know they have more colleges by square feet than just about anywhere in the world.
Right.
They hired me as a part-time merchandiser. And back in the day, you know, when we actually had retail stores, if people can remember, you know.
Right.
I went around to the stores in all of the college towns, and I did the merchandising displays. You know how you used to go in the record store and you would see the displays inside of the store, the artists that they were pushing?
Right.
Well, that's what I did. And, you know, I always dreamed about working in the music industry because when I grew up, you know, of course, I played in bands and, you know, and stuff like that because when I was growing up,
what instrument?
It was cool if you knew how to play an instrument.
Yeah.
You know? And so, of course, you know, if you knew how to play an instrument and you were in a band, you had all the girls.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So, I think it still works that way, I'm pretty sure.
Right. So I grew up, like, following, like, the Beatles, you know, and the Rolling Stones, you know, and groups like that. And, you know, I would always see those guys and, you know, they playing and they got all these girls all around them, you know. So that's what I wanted to do. But to make a long story short, you know, for me, playing in bands and stuff like that, of course, I used to buy a lot of records out of the record stores.
Right.
And by me going in the stores so much, I built good relationships with the people that worked in the store. So one day I just asked the guy, I says, hey, man, you guys have any job openings, you know? And he told me, he says, no, we don't. He says, but if something comes up, I'll let you know. And back then, that was back when the malls first started coming out, you know, like the big malls like they got now.
Right.
And there was a local record store in my town called the Record Bar.
Okay.
And the Record Bar, the owners of the Record Bar decided to duplicate the stores and put them in different areas all around North Carolina. And like I said, it was back when the malls started. So what they did, they put a Record Bar in every mall that was in the state of North Carolina.
Okay.
Wow. So fortunately for me, working in one of the stores there as an assistant manager in the record stores, I got a chance to meet a lot of the record reps who would come through that was pushing their product, you know, and I didn't even know they had record reps,
right?
You know, and but anyway, I met one of the record reps. The guy gave me his card, and I asked him. I said, "Look, is this all you do? Is go around to like record stores and stuff and tell them about your new music coming out?" And he says, "Yeah." He said, "Basically, that's all I do."
Wow.
And I was like, "Wow, you know what? That's what I would like to do." You know.
Yeah.
And that's where the dream came in right there, you know. So, but basically,
you're like, oh my God, that's something.
through they used to put out a book that used to be called the Billboard Directory. And what that was, it was Billboard magazine's listing of all of the record companies in the world. with
Wow.
their addresses and all the record distributors in the world, the record promoters, the record merchandisers and things like that. So I took that directory and I took the addresses out of there, and I sent my resume out to every record company just about in the world.
Wow.
I mean, all over. I sent out stuff to Germany, Italy, everywhere. But through that, fortunately, I got letters back. Some of them were telling me that, of course, they didn't have any positions open at that time. But then I got a letter from MCA Records branch in Atlanta.
Okay.
And the guy said that he wanted to come up and interview me.
Yeah.
And I didn't believe it the whole time. I thought a friend of mine was playing a trick on me.
All right.
So, but anyway, the guy came. He met with me. He interviewed me. And he says, listen, I interviewed someone in Charlotte. Mm-hmm. And he says, we're going to make a decision in 2 weeks of who we're going to hire. And I'll give you a call in 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And I tell you, JB and Ref, that was the longest 2 weeks of my life.
I bet.
But the guy called me the last Friday of the 2 weeks and told me, welcome aboard. Wow. You're now working with MCA Records.
Remarkable.
Wow.
That was remarkable.
Okay.
That was dope. Yeah.
And then to fast forward, I worked in North Carolina, like I said, in Chapel Hill for about a year. And then they called me and said, hey, we have a full-time position opening up in Atlanta. Do you want to move down to Atlanta and go full-time? We're going to give you benefits and all of that stuff, And then, of course, I said,
Right.
Of course. And they moved me to Atlanta. I worked in Atlanta as a sales rep, going to all of the rack jobbers who they would rack stores like Montgomery Ward's, Sears, J.C. Penney. That was back in the day when they had the record wall, with the items up on the wall, and you could go look at the album and decide what you wanted, and they would rank them 1 through 10, top 10. But basically, they made me a salesman. I was a salesman there for about a year in Atlanta, and then they moved me to Florida, and I opened up the Central and North Florida branch here in Florida out of my house here in Orlando.
Wow.
And I covered the whole state of Florida for the next 22 years.
That's an accomplishment.
As a promotion manager, going to radio, getting the records on the radio.
And that's what I love, Earl. That's what I love, man, is that, you got to understand the complexion of the industry, I guess back then, was still being developed, as it were.
Exactly. And, now it's just totally different from the way it used to be, because we had retail. Right. So we had where you could actually physically go and handle the records and, and deal with them. Yeah. But now we all know now everything is internet driven. And, and people basically now only buy like the song that they want, and they don't buy like the whole album. Not unless it's somebody that they're really crazy about,
Was that they have too many choices, do you think? Yeah, but why? I mean, do you think that we're just dumbed down? We don't have the, because back then it would be, hey, I'm going to listen to this. I like this artist. I'm going to listen to this whole album, right?
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly. Yeah, of course, because, it's like now, everybody's so centered on instant satisfaction, back in the day, it was a joy to want to find out what's on the album,
right?
Not just the song that you're hearing on the radio. I want to hear what's going on inside of the album.
Exactly.
Totally.
And then, of course, you want to read the liner notes on the album. You want to see who worked on it and who produced it. And,
right.
And of course, the artwork on the album cover.
And hear it in its entirety, the way the artist wanted to present it as well.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, especially if it's a concept album.
Sequential order.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, you're kind of missing all that.
Now, like with the internet now, everything is so, people just throw this stuff up on the internet and it goes viral, and then there you go, you got an artist. Right. But nobody knows anything about them. You don't know where it came from. You know what I mean? It's just like instant satisfaction type of thing.
Yeah, totally. Or it's the total opposite, and they grew up like a Miley Cyrus or something. Like they're always in the spotlight, right? It's like to one extreme or the
Right.
other. We are talking with Earl Washington, again, record man, making happener, badass here in Orlando. And that's what's cool, man. Now, you've met a lot of great people over the years. Now, I'm not asking you to name drop necessarily, but, give us a brief sense of some of the folks that you were fortunate enough to, bump into and work with.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can say this. Back when I was with MCA, we were the hottest black music company in history. I mean, no question. Motown Records, would probably be the hottest independent record company to come out. But as far as major label, MCA Records back in the 80s and the 90s was the hottest label out. We basically, we had Teddy Riley, So, and Teddy, he invented New Jack Swing.
Right.
Wow.
And in the 90s, the New Jack Swing sound dominated radio.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember one time we had, out of the top 15 records, we had 13 of the top 15 records.
Dang. Yeah.
That's unheard of. I remember when we had the number 1, the number 2, the number 3 record in the country at the same time.
That's exhilarating too.
Exactly. But as far as artists is concerned, I worked like the whole genre. I worked anything from the Oak Ridge Boys,
really,
to Waylon Jennings,
really,
to Reba McEntire, to like George Strait, Steve Wariner.
Dang.
In the country, because MCA was the hottest country label ever.
Right.
Conway Twitty, people like that, and then I work with people like Triumph,
serious, really,
Night Ranger.
Oh, dang.
Night Ranger, jeez.
I work with Elton John.
Oh, really?
Tom Petty.
Wow. Oh, yeah. That's a good call.
And then like artists like Jimmy Buffett.
Wow.
And then to go to the other side, I mean, I work, with people like James Brown.
Jeez. You met James Brown? Work with him.
Wow. Say that again.
I said you worked with him. I was going to ask you about to ask you if you met him, and it's like I'm not even. I'm like, what? Am I listening to my? Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
Right.
So,
and then up to the later era, I worked with like I say, I worked with Teddy, which was Teddy was basically the house producer for Uptown Records. Uptown Records had Jodeci, Mary J. Blige, Heavy D.
Wow.
We had Soul for Real. Hot artists like that. Back in the day, I mean, Jodeci when they came out, people couldn't even pronounce their names.
Yeah.
Right.
They went from nobody knowing who they were to
Just
in
boom.
1 month they were platinum.
You see, and that's what's cool about the temperature of the back in the day. And again, it's not to refute what we have here today, but on the line we're chatting with Earl Washington, again, badass, man behind the scenes with a lot of great musicians through the MCA label. And what I love, man, and we're gonna kind of close it out. But what I love, man, is that you are open to the communication. You know what I'm saying? And that's maybe to a stronger point. How important, saying that the climate was different back then to now. It's even, I think, more important that we have open communication with each other. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, so how in doing that career and kind of working into something else, you still have a passion for music? I know that. What did I miss? What instrument he played? What instrument did you play?
I played guitar.
Guitar.
I played lead
Do you still play guitar?
guitar?
You still play guitar?
Yeah.
You do? Okay. So that's cool. So
He
I
gave
guess
that shit up,
That kind of segues into my next little question then. Moving forward, are you still enthralled with music? Do you do stuff on your own? Do you still have an inclination, like if you hear something new, you're like, hey, that's, that sounds good. I guess, is the ear still there? Is the vibe still there with you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I stay on top of the music,
What are you listening to now?
I'm all over the music, bruh. Everything that comes out.
There you go.
Nice. Any new artists?
Because
that have come?
that's my life. That's my passion. So, I'm on top of all of these new mumble rappers, and then,
Nice.
and all of this other stuff that's going on out here now. And a lot of the stuff is good,
Yeah.
So I don't hate on the new style, and that type of thing. I think it's good.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you still gotta keep a wide, diverse palette, as it were.
Exactly. Yes, sir.
See, that's good, Mr. Earl Washington. Man, you're a freaking behind the scenes rock star. I appreciate the fact you were able to give us some time and make this happen.
Absolutely.
Because again, I'm glad that people are learning about you. And again, I think that's the bigger thing is, local legend is somebody who's doing something incredible, but there's no, the whole scene was different. It's not, you were just in the vibe of everything. You were just in the room with the badass people. There's no big deal.
Exactly.
That was like almost the reward, right? It wasn't like, oh, status, look at me. It was like, I'm rolling up my sleeves and working with legendary people.
Right. And believe me, a lot of people don't realize it's a lot of work, JB.
Right.
It's a lot of work. People think that this is just like a lot of fun. You know what I mean? And it just happens.
Right.
But it don't, bruh. There's a lot of nights that you don't sleep. And I tell you, like right now, you got guys like P. Diddy and people like that. Those guys don't sleep, man.
Wow.
They don't sleep. There's a lot of work, bro.
Yeah.
Well, without question.
If you're going to be successful.
That's a great takeaway.
Hard at it, and you're going to be successful at it. But it's work.
There you go. And that's the perfect takeaway. Chatting on the line with us, we're going to cut out of the call and go to a little bit of music. But Earl, man, I appreciate it. Hang on the line with me for me over there. The Reverend across the way.
Yeah.
I am at Radio JB Web on the Twitter beast. We'll be right back. Dig the sounds.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, man.
Man, it's got you falling. Suitcase on the bedroom floor. One-way ticket in an empty drawer. Come send me off. I'll fly out to a different show. Give me a ticket for an airplane. Ain't got time to take that fastest train. Lonely days are gone. I'm going home. My baby just wrote me a letter. The lane's blurry. I'll take over, I'll leave it all in the dope. Hop into the automobile real, footing the bills, so put on your heels. I'm on the path, train to Jersey, it's a fast lane to 30. I'ma take it in early, some folks playing dirty. Now I'm living out of bag again, unraveling, traveling, snapping in and out of it, and balancing what's happening. I'm leaving where I grew up, where people never blew up, where no one ever knew what they were doing, so they screw up. I flew up, I took off, just called the last train, and I'll be done packing where they don't know my last name. I roam through the city with my headphones on, and when the feeling is gone, I'll turn around and go home. Give me a ticket for an airplane. Ain't got time to take that fastest train. Lonely days are gone. I'm going home. My baby just wrote me a letter.
WJBW Orlando, the very first quasi-radio web show.
Oh, yeah, we're back. This is the JB Rev Show.
What's up?
Man, it's been great
that was
so
a
far,
wild
dude.
ride.
Earl Washington.
Yeah.
Before that,
what did you think of Earl?
Oh man,
he's a real down to earth guy, but
totally.
he's done so much incredible
stuff. I mean,
that your mind boggles.
Right, James Brown. Just,
he
just went on and on. Jodeci, yeah, dude.
Yeah, there were tons of names that he put out there that you wouldn't even think.
I mean,
the
MCA
country
Records
music side too. Yeah, but the country music side too.
Well, that's MCA Records too. Though they were a big.
But
it
shows you a lot about the richness of Florida, especially kind of the northern quadrant.
Absolutely.
As well.
Nothing really comes out of Florida as far as
because Tom Petty and Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, nothing tangible comes out of Florida except like oranges and guns.
Okay,
like everything else is basically we sell the sun, and we sell hospitality.
We
the service.
Sun.
Yeah, I mean that's why people come down here. And it's.
I think it's the free parking.
Yeah, and the tax incentives too. Because some of these people.
Give me some of that tax money.
You know what? Iggy Pop is now residing in he's been in Miami for like 16 years now.
Huh?
Yeah. A lot of people, come here to die and whatnot.
Okay.
But hey, let's talk about Jim Phillips today now.
Yeah, I guess that would be also. I think when you think, okay, it's over by the end of the year. Right.
Yeah. Well, that's January.
You make the announcement that January he's retiring officially.
Yeah.
Mr. Jim Phillips, the captain.
Dude, so I've been listening to Jim for almost 30 years.
Yeah, me too.
We've had Drew on the show here before. Drew's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
And I want to read something that he put because this Drew is just such a great writer. And he's so well spoken.
Yeah,
it
reads good.
Yeah, he is always a good read, and I always read his post from beginning to end.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a topic that that
he's articulate.
Yeah, he's very articulate.
Speaks well.
So that being said, this is what he wrote. He goes, "I got a tweet from a high school buddy, then a text from SBK confirming it finally was." A text from the man himself.
Jeez.
Pulled the trigger today. I retire in January. It's official.
Jiminy.
Jim Phillips, a broadcasting legend, is hanging up the headphones. Howard Stern may have piqued my interest in radio, but Jim cemented it.
Right.
Listening to his golden voice in my mom's kitchen booming out of the speaker on 7040 AM, he could make any topic interesting. Local politics, snack food, the recipe to induce labor. It's all intrigued me. Do you know about the recipe to induce labor?
Macaroni, cheese, and A1.
There you go. So little did I know that one day I'd be working on his show and calling him a friend and a mentor. He taught me more than just radio. He taught me how to be a man. He made me laugh, gave me some advice, introduced me to shooting clay pigeons and mahjong, and became a role model. I'm proud to have known Jim through the years. We maintain contact through text messages, sending each other mutual support, and talking about television shows we're watching.
Right.
I wouldn't have a radio career had my path not crossed with his.
Right.
And for that, so much more, I was eternally grateful. El Hombre, the Commodore, the leader of the revolution, and my friend, I look forward to seeing and hearing what's next for Jim Phillips, the man who built real radio. On behalf of all us who listen to and learn from you, I say thank you.
Hear, hear. Cheers.
Pound your conch as often as you can.
Yeah, there you go.
And eat dessert
That's
first.
good. You're right. That was well
always
said.
how he ends his show with pound your conch as often as you can.
Right. Buy your books with cash.
There you go.
There you go.
Yep.
Buy your books with cash.
And I got to say, I
always
listen to
take
him
the bus to Walmart. That's
almost daily.
That's my tip. Take the bus.
But I will say this too.
So elegant.
I think he's doing it while he's still on top, obviously. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to say anything negative about it at all. But I think in the past couple years, I can sometimes tell that maybe he's gotten. No, I'm being honest though. I think
already Lord of the Flies.
No,
already look
I'm
at
not.
you.
No. God love him, and
I get to eat his leg.
He will definitely be missed, and I'm looking forward to the next 6 months.
Yeah, it'll definitely be epic. You tie so much into your local radio people, your local television people, because you see them every day.
Yeah. You do.
And I will say, one, I guess, programming tip is if I'm watching a half an hour news program in the morning and they say the same things every 15 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, why do they do that? Do you know?
Well, because
I feel like I'm in the retirement home.
Yeah, I do
Why
know.
do they do that, Riff?
Because they're currently getting new people that just tuned in.
Is that what they think?
Yeah.
Or is that what they know? Okay.
It's
Well, then we're only on a 15-minute life cycle in the news?
Well, you got to think, too, some people are only watching for about that amount of time as well.
Maybe that's what
people, get up
the
in the morning.
attention span.
They're getting ready. They got it kind of in the background.
People's attention span goes away.
Well, that's
you think, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm reading stuff about attention-based economy, actually, which is interesting. But I wanted to remark too. Was it Joseph Scott? Scott Joseph?
Scott Joseph.
Wow. Posted something about. Do you know the guy who created this wine? Do you know the name of the wine and all that?
Yeah, it's called Rosé. It's a Snowbird.
It's a
Snowbird Rosé. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll talk about that more. But Jim McFadden, he has
Jim McFadden,
Cuisineers Catering. And he's been a long time friend of Kevin Fonzo from K Restaurant. That's how I know him. To be honest with you, one year I actually worked with him and
make it in the winery thing or
no
catering?
With the catering.
Okay,
yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And
that's what I was thinking too. Food service sometimes is so fun if you can handle it. But you can make money in food service, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and it's really only like 4 or 5 hours. You're not working a full week, but it's relatively rigorous unless you're like a delegating captain. Like you can totally bring that over there. Number 34 needs the escargot butter on the fly.
That's right.
Anyway, did you, but working at restaurants, the treat was always you could eat the food.
Of course.
There. That was always the deal.
Yeah, man.
You had to be able to get the lobster nobody wanted. They never served the prime rib.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. Oh, I was passing. Where is it? Tortino's? I don't know. It's in Edgewater. It's off of Edgewater. It's in College Park off of Edgewater. And there's a place there, and I passed by there today, and it's a $15.99 prime rib dinner.
Oh.
Do you remember those steakhouses and stuff where you could actually get like $9.99? It was like a steak and ale or something.
Steak and ale.
$9.99
steak and ale. What are you talking about? Like in the late 70s and whatnot.
Okay. Anyway, all right. Well, there you go. We're gracefully or ungracefully petering out. There you go. What else you got, man?
Hey, man, that's it. This has been a great show, dude.
I know nothing.
We'll leave on the top like Jim Phillips is.
Oh, you going to leave on the top?
Hell yeah, dude.
Well, there you go. That'll be interesting stuff later in the year. What do you think they're going to do over there? Do you think they're going to keep what is that noise?
I don't know.
They keep the Phillips file and Jimmy cuts it?
No, it'll be interesting to see. I think I don't know. I know that Dirty Jim has taken the helm there quite a bit. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in that time slot.
Right.
Yeah, man. So hey, it's been a great show. Looking forward to next week. And you queuing up some cool sort of music.
I'm trying to find the kitty cats.
Oh, the kitties.
Oh, there they are.
I love them ginger kitties.
They're not ginger kitties.
Ginger
oh,
kitties.
my God.
I like it, ginger.
Pocashottest.com. POCASHOTTEST.com. Go there, get you some damn hot sauce. Delicious. Crybaby is real good. ShannonHoltArt.com. It is called, what's it called? Oh, she's great for any kind of business function or personal photo shoot. ShannonHoltArt.com. Dank Orlando City Smoke Shop and Kush Ultra Lounge.
Dank.
Go down there.
Artarmy.org.
There you go. Artarmy.org. Modern Music Movement. Ear Theater. And, of course, the people that we interview. Thank you.
Yeah.
Our sponsors, too.
Yeah.
We are the original. Interviewing talented people for years now. Nothing new. Not in the last 2 years. Why is this mic? The mic is crunchy. The mic is crunchy.
All right. I gotta go. I
want to play some new music from BLVL.
Hear that kitty purr? That's right.
See you next week.
guy's full of crap.
WJBW Orlando, the very first quasi-radio web show.